What? There. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Macon-Bibb County Board of Commission pre-commission meeting. We do apologize for being 5 minutes late, but we had some technical difficulties due to the recent storm we have come through the county. So I think we're back up online now, and we went to Plan B with our Facebook Live, and we hope everyone at home can hear and see everything that's going on. I'd like to officially welcome everyone here to this meeting and call it to order. We do have several items on the agenda tonight, including an executive session that we'll need to have prior to our final vote toward the end of the meeting. So this time, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes. The approval of the minutes were from September the 3rd, 2024 meeting. Can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Commissioner Howell, second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. We have several board appointments tonight, and we'll begin with item 3A. This is a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission to reappoint Deborah Garcia and Gloria Lynn Farmer to serve as members of the Macon-Bibb County Transit Authority. As my motion, can I get a second? Second by Mayor Pro Tem Clark. Any discussion regarding those two appointees? Hear no questions. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries to be sent to consent agenda. Item B is a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission reappointing the following people to the Keep Macon-Bibb Beautiful Board. They are Carolyn Creighton, Kristen Grissom, Janice Habersham, Dee Newton, and Ron Wildman. All those to Keep Macon-Bibb Beautiful Board and for all the lawful purposes. Can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Commissioner Wynn, a second by Commissioner Jones, and Bailey is close third. Any questions or concerns regarding those? They were recommended for reappointment, and we see no issues with that. So this time we do have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries to be sent to consent agenda. Our third item is a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission to appoint Stanley Stewart to complete the unexpired term of Ms. Elaine Lucas as District 3 representative of the Macon-Bibb County Commission. Good to see Ms. Lucas back with us today. She hadn't been gone very long. And at this time, I'd entertain a motion for approval of that appointment of Mr. Stanley Stewart, who successfully was elected to that term beginning from next year. I got a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda tonight. We're going to move on to item 4, which is the new alcohol beverage licenses. We do have one that we have a hearing for. We'll see if anyone's here, but I'll ask our counsel to come forward to identify yourself and let us know what's going on regarding the County Attorney's Office final recommendation for the Committee of the Whole regarding the alcohol license and denial recommendation for Kitchen Pride.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Yeah.
Sarah Davis, I'm a Senior Assistant County Attorney. This is the recommendation of a final denial. We had a hearing in this matter for Kitchen Pride. When they initially applied, they applied as a food mart or other small box retail store. We had 3 inspections of that business, and each time they failed to meet the definition of a food mart. So they were operating as a vice mart. That's we had a hearing in front of a special master. The special master found that they failed the inspection 3 times, that they at no inspection had a certified food scale on site, and at no inspection did they present any receipts from a wholesaler to show that they had bought the fresh food required. So at this time, I'm recommending final denial of the license.
Thank you, Attorney Davis. As at this time, we do have a motion and recommendation by the Attorney's Office to deny the recommendation to Kitchen Pride. Can I get a motion to approve that? Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Bailey. Any questions? Yes, sir.
I would just request that after it looks like that we're going to deny here, if we could have somebody from code enforcement go out and make sure that they're not operating after this, that'd be great. I had a request from constituents that live behind there for that about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Mr. Watkins?
Just for clarity, is it, because this is what I guess we run into a lot. They still can operate, they just can't sell alcohol, or does this stop them from?
Just the alcohol person. Yeah. We do have a motion and second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Likewise, that motion will be sent to consent agenda. Do I have a question over here? Okay. It'll be sent to consent agenda. The next thing we need to do is the declaration of emergency for Hurricane Helene. As you recall, we did a emergency resolution in the Macon-Bibb County Commission confirming, or actually calling for this declaration the other day when we were expecting the storm in. Luckily for Macon-Bibb County, we were able to avoid some of the more violent winds and rains that we got. Thankfully for our community, we are in the presence of helping other communities around us to make sure they got through theirs. But in the meanwhile, we did sign a declaration there, and we need to ratify that declaration that was signed on that day. In particular, we can get reimbursement for funds from GEMA and FEMA for all those expenditures we're doing in our debris collections. So this time, we'd entertain a motion for approval of that. Got a motion for Commissioner Bronson, second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, no. Nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. Going to move on to contracts for purchase orders of approval. We have two of those tonight. The first one is a resolution of Macon-Bibb County Commission authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Journal Technologies for the annual renewal of e-court software, inclusive of maintenance and hosting services in the amount of $209,618.43. This is going to be paid from the information technology budget, the enterprise applications, repairs and maintenance, software license, and maintenance. That's a lot to be said to let you know that we're going to be renewing the e-court software that we have through our courts. At this time, we'd entertain a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Bailey. Do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Wynn. Any questions regarding that software? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Commissioner Watkins, I saw your light come in as we were voting, sir.
I mean, in general, I wish we could spend some time just as with a work session going over these things. Again, it's 6 figures for software for IT. I'm not sure if we ever got up to speed on what ArcGIS was or does for us, or how the Israel company, and I don't know if this plays in any role with that. But again, we're happily approving these things to keep the county moving. But as at least one commissioner, I would like more clarity or some type of description of how these things work together. Because
yeah, I think most of that was in your documentation that you received, but you'd be happy to follow up with our attorney there, or follow up with the county manager for different amounts. I understand this e-court has been renewed, the last 12 years by this commission in the same form each time. So I suspect it's come before the commission many times before and voted on, and this is just part of what the courts are asking us to do. So this time we do have a motion and a second. We've already passed that vote. That's correct. We'll move on to the next item. Item B is the resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission authorizing the mayor to execute agreements with various vendors at specified hourly rates for as-needed repair and maintenance services for HVAC systems in county-owned facilities to be paid from the facilities management budget. My understanding of this item is we're going to have several vendors that are pre-approved to be on the list when we have emergencies that we can't tend to ourselves, that will be authorized to use those vendors to complete the needs of our community. And this is the process we're going through. Is that an accurate statement, attorneys?
Are local to Georgia. They have specific hourly prices that they'll do if we have an emergency that requires a 2-hour turnaround response, a 4-hour turnaround response, and for general maintenance services for HVAC that our facilities team is not able to handle due to staffing, or if there's a degree of difficulty that they're unable to fulfill.
Thank you for that. This time we gotcha. Commissioner Bronson would like to be a co-sponsor of that. We'll get a motion to approve. Got a motion by Commissioner Bronson. We have a second. Second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. Got several grants tonight. The first two, I believe, are related to the Sheriff's Department. The first two. So I know our sheriff was here. Thank you, Sheriff Davis, for being here. So item 7A is a resolution of Macon-Bibb County Commission authorizing the acceptance of a Macon-Bibb Law Enforcement Foundation grant in an amount of $7,600 with no local match required. This is for the Office of the Sheriff for the purchase of diving equipment. At this time, we'd entertain a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Bailey, second by Commissioner Jones, and I think that's self-explanatory. $7,600, and I think the sheriff is asking us to accept that. Is that correct, Sheriff? Okay, we do have a motion and second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to the consent agenda. Item B is a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission authorizing acceptance of a 2025 Georgia Gang Activity Prosecution GAP grant from the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency, GEMA, in the amount of $10,000 with no local match to be used by the Bibb County Sheriff's Office to fund annual support and maintenance costs of the Formalytics platform. This is something similar to what we did last year. That's the tracking data for the gang intelligence, and I think the sheriff certainly has asked us to accept the funds here of $10,000, and there is no local match required. At this time, we'd entertain a motion for approval. Motion by, and second by. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. Item C is a resolution of Macon-Bibb County Commission in support of and authorizing Newtown Macon, Inc. to apply for funds for the Georgia Department of Natural Resources Georgia Outdoor Stewardship Program for the expansion of the Omuggy Heritage Trail to include Rose Hill Cemetery. And before we ask for a motion and second on that, we have several people here, I believe, are going to do a presentation or speak. Is that right? Okay, we're answering any questions. My understanding, this is a $300,000 grant request, and they need us to make a recommendation on that, and the funds will be matching that will come from the Newtown Macon Heritage Trail Construction Funds. That's correct. So at this time, Mayor Pro Tem Clark, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor, but is this the first time that this county or anybody in it's applied for a GOSA grant?
Mr.
Okay.
Collins, if you don't mind, so we're having a conversation, if you don't mind coming up that microphone so the people at home can hear you. Mayor Pro Tem Clark had asked the question of whether or not this is the first time we applied for a GOSA grant. I think you were responding to that.
What was the question?
The question was, is this the first time we applied for the GOSA grant?
No, it's the third time for the same project to the same grant source.
Okay, and can you explain to the commissioners or those at home that may not understand what a GOSA grant is?
It's a grant administered by the state of Georgia through the Department of Natural Resources to encourage communities to construct things that encourage people to get into the outdoors and take advantage of recreational facilities such as trails, fishing places, and things like that.
And this particular grant was awarded, what could the citizens of Macon-Bibb County expect to see out of the grant?
It will be a very important section of the Omuggy Heritage Trail that will connect downtown Macon and the rest of the trail sections eventually through Rose Hill, through Riverside, and on up to Amerson. It's a link in the trail network.
Okay. Commissioner Wayne, did you have a question? Commissioner Bronson, I'm with you. You have a question, sir?
He was gonna let me use this mic. I just wanted to know what the money was gonna be used for, and I think I had, that it was a partial explanation. Is it the trails mostly what you're gonna use that
Well, the
for?
project eventually will be a trail construction with some pond improvements within the cemetery, but this money is to begin the construction drawings and design.
Okay, all right, so it's not the actual project itself.
No, that's not funded yet. We got to get the plans up and then we go look for money.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, Commissioner Bronson?
Quick question for you in regards to you said this is just for the design, correct? Have we, you've already identified the particular areas, but have we included, say for instance, East Macon and South Macon to kind of bridge into the downtown area? Or is it just for Rose Hill Cemetery?
No, sir, and I wish I had the incomplete master plan for the trail because it shows all the network and the connections. But when the interstate project is finally done, if we're all still here and alive, then we'll make trail connections that will make everything work. You'll be able to get from west side to east side to the Indian Mounds to East Macon to Omuggy to the Amerson. It'll all make sense once the interchange is done because all our trails go right through there.
Sounds good. And I just want to make sure that when that discussion happens, that we include Cliffview to kind of link in South Macon to the downtown area, MLK, and then it runs into East Macon. So I just want to make sure that's part of the conversation when it happens.
Okay, thank you for that. We, this time we'd entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Got a motion by Commissioner Bronson. We have a second? Second by Commissioner Wilder. All those in favor of the motion, I'm sorry, Commissioner Watkins, you have a question, sir?
Just for clarity, if I understood correctly, this is for planning, and then there's another grant process for the actual implementation or the installation, or?
We don't have those funds yet. Once you get the plans completed, then we'll see funding from
This is just a planning phase of that, and then if successful in getting the planning funds, they'll look at alternative funds on actually doing the work.
Out of curiosity, at what percentage would you say the trail in its is complete versus the master plan?
25%?
Okay.
We've got big plans to go both ways.
How many miles of trail do we have now?
I'm gonna guess 15, but it's the way they're situated there, in pieces, it's hard to make total. It's a big network.
Okay, thank you.
I think we got it now.
Just repeat everything you just said.
Question again.
I was just, I guess I was looking for a little bit of insight on how developed our current trail network is now, and where are we planning to go in the future?
All right, I'll give you a quick answer on that one. We came into the trail business building late here in Macon. The river's here, the trains were here, sewers are there, power's there, the interstate. So we're the last group to get in there and try to build stuff. And that complicates all of our projects because we got to work with the railroad, DOT, and all the utilities. That's why it's been kind of piecemeal. We get property from somebody, we build a trail. We get property over here, we try to build a trail. And that's how it works. Eventually, it will all make a big connection that will involve downtown, east side, and on upstream.
Cool.
Thank you, Mr. Causey. At this time, we do have a motion and a second. Commissioner Bell, you have a follow-up?
Yes, and would you be open to having a committee, work with you to make sure that all the areas are included?
I think we already have a committee formed that we meet on a regular basis, and I'll be happy to share that schedule with you
Right.
if you'd like to attend.
We've developed a master plan with input from everybody. I'll be happy to get you all a copy of that master plan if it'll help.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. This time, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. Going to move on to appropriations and transfers. The first one we have is the ordinance of the Macon-Bibb County Commission to authorize a budget transfer within the airport departmental budget from the repairs and maintenance building line item to professional services line in amount of $22,000 to provide for additional design services. This time, can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Commissioner Wynn. Do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Howell. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. It will be sent to consent agenda. Item 9 is a cost of living raise for fire and police pension. This is an ordinance of Macon-Bibb County Commission sponsored by myself, Commissioners Raymond Wilder and Commissioner Paul Bronson, to provide a one-time cost of living adjustment of 3% of current benefits effective January the 1st, 2025 for all retirees and beneficiaries of the Macon Fire and Police Employees Retirement System who would otherwise be entitled to a benefits adjustment of 1.5% on that due day in lieu of thereof. This time, we'd entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Bronson, second by Wilder, and Commissioner Wynn, would you like to join on that? Commissioner Wynn would like to join on that? Okay. Mr. Jones, you have a question, or would you like to be listed as a co-sponsor? Co-sponsor, thank you very much, sir. I do believe this is the largest increase we've had, and we appreciate all the hard work for those that serve on the commission have done on these pension boards, and I know the fire and police, this particular plan, will appreciate that. So this time, we have a motion and second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be sent to consent agenda. Next item, we're going to need some explanation. That's why I see our attorney there. So this is item 10, organizational chart changes. Item A is ordinance of Macon-Bibb County Commission to amend the organizational charts of the mayor and county manager's offices, the state, county, Bibb County, and the code enforcement, engineering services, human resources, information technology, regional airport, and recreation departments as detailed in the documents contained, and make budgetary adjustments as necessitated thereby. So at this time, before we call for a motion and second, we ask Attorney McNeil to give us a brief overview of that.
Sure, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So, as the mayor just stated, this affects 9 different departments. Since every year when we do the budget ordinance in June, this commission approves the org chart for the entire organization. And just since June, a number of different departments have come to administration and said, if you look at the changes that are in the text, a lot of it is just small title changes. For example, code enforcement is changing an administrative assistant 1 to an administrative assistant 2. It's small promotions or job duties have shifted slightly over time. And so this is essentially just a cleanup, making the job titles and job descriptions for various departments sort of match as job duties have shifted. I'm happy to answer questions about any specific departments, or Dr. Motley
Thank you.
can as well.
Also containing, there's about 7 new offices there that total about $700,000. When we did our budget this year, we anticipated having to add some new positions. We haven't filled those positions yet, but we anticipate having to add that during the fiscal year 2025. So we went ahead and set aside about $1.3 million in the budget to account for those items in the event that they do come up. Now is that time where we've been a couple of months into our new budget session, and several of these positions are those that need to be filled. And this is why the $707,000 roughly is in there, and that comes out of the $1.3 million previously approved in the budget items there. Commissioner Wynn, did you have a question?
Well, you kind of answered it, but, 7 new positions. Do you know what they are, Michael? Right off, Attorney McNeil.
We'll let County Manager answer that question. He's got them by memory, I hope.
Yeah.
Yes, Keith Moffitt, County Manager. When we did the budget, we knew we were going to take the first quarter of this year and keep evaluating what we needed to do. The 7 positions that I am recommending is a grants manager and a grants accounting. We do know that we need to be more proactive in some of the grants that we are applying for, and at the same time, we need to make sure we have the accountability piece that we use to do the reporting. In the IT department, if you recall, this year we had a cyber incident. It's been recommended by our consultants that we have 2 positions to deal with security. So one is an IT security manager and IT security analyst. Code enforcement has requested a data analyst to do some of the, of course, the data work that they have in that department. And we also have a request from the airport for customer service as they increase their operations there. So, go ahead.
Now, as the grants manager, do we have somebody doing grants for us right now?
Yes, she's also the budget manager. So she will oversee that as the budget and grants division, and so that will tie into those duties.
So
If you don't mind, Ms. Sarita Jones, you don't mind standing up so they can put a face with your name. She's the one that does a lot of the work behind the scenes, and she's certainly in need of assistance. And as you may very well know, grant are very hard to approve positions for that or to find people that want to do the work. So.
Yes, thank you for that. I am Sharita Sims Jones, and all I can say is we just entertained 3 new grants in this one agenda alone, so please help.
Right. Thank you.
Anything for you, okay?
Commissioner Watkins?
Yes, and thank you for the clarifications. Can you give me a little bit more information on the changes in IT? When I was looking at the org charts last night, it seemed like we were removing permanently the director, and it was just like I had to be seeing it wrong though.
No, in your packet you have the old org chart, old organization chart, and the new one. So I believe you will. So if you look at the new one, you have the IT director, and that current is an interim position. That is Brent Daniels, who is serving as the current interim IT director. Once we get through these job kind of overhauls, we will be posting that position probably in the next 30 days for the IT director. So you have the IT director, the deputy IT CIO, and then in the OR chart, we had 2 CIO positions. One was an admin position, and one was the technology position. So I am doing away with the admin one and making that a special projects manager, but I'm going to have it over in the engineering department because a lot of the special projects we come through, like C-Clip Fix and things of that nature, I'm going to assign that special project manager to oversee those programs and any other special projects. We have one, for instance, your gig worker plan. That special project manager will be overseeing that. So that is the main change in IT, to create 2 new positions for the security, and we're going to transfer one position, the CIO or admin to special projects manager. And any other in the IT department, just cleaning up some titles.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes, sir. For Dr. Moffitt, the county tennis manager, which was named originally, and I know that gave somebody heartburn because of that name. Did you change that to maybe county tennis director?
No, sir.
Okay.
That was not on my radar to look at. So I think Bobby, his name is Bobby, right?
Bobby Walker, he's done it.
I think he's been doing a great job.
Oh, he's done a fantastic job.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
But I'm just talking about the name itself. You remember that discussion way back when?
And forgive me, I did not keep that on my radar, but your suggestion is changing it to a tennis director? Is that what you're saying? You would like to see it changed to a tennis director?
County tennis director.
Well, I think something we consider later, not right now.
Okay.
This time, we
Not a big deal.
need a motion to approve the new organizational chart with the funding. Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark,
Second.
second by Commissioner Jones, follow-up question by Commissioner Watkins.
And I guess it's just for clarity, and you mentioned that a lot of these are unfilled or currently vacant positions. So I guess I'm asking more about what the salary range is, but I am curious. I've asked a couple times and a couple of folks if when we approve the budget, I guess it's assumed that we also approve some salary changes within that.
That's correct.
How can I get a documentation of what we approved?
Dr. Moffitt is working on getting that to you, and you should have it this week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. We do have a motion and second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries to be sent to consent agenda. We have two items under installation and dedications, and then we'll move on to executive session. The first one is a resolution of Macon-Bibb County Commission to approve the installation and dedication of a donated plaque in memory of Charlie Binger at Soldier Square in Rose Hill Cemetery. As my motion, can I get a second? Second by Commissioner Bronson. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries to be sent to consent agenda. Item B is a resolution of Macon-Bibb County Commission to approve the installation and dedication of an oak tree and a plaque in Murphy's Park to be provided for and in honor of Lee B. Murphy. Can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Commissioner Wynn, second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Next item we're going to do is move into executive session. At this time, I entertain a motion to go into executive session for all the stated purposes allowed by law. At this time, can I get a motion to go into executive session? Motion by Commissioner Bronson. We have a second? Second by Commissioner Wilder. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. We're now in executive session, and we're asking anybody that's involved in the conversation in executive session to remain outside until such time you're called to the back. Thank you very much. We got a motion to come out of executive session? Got a motion by Commissioner Bronson, we got a second by Commissioner Wilder. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Better get on there. We do have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion come out of executive session, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Ladies and gentlemen, we had one item come out of the executive session that requires a vote. This is the bond authorization for the airport project. Commissioners, we have discussed in this executive session. For those of you at home, we've been discussing this project at the airport, which is called High Note Aviation. It's one of the many things that we're doing at the airport out there. One of those is going to be constructing an FBO that looks like a guitar. That I know that you've seen great pictures of it. If not, go to highnoteaviation.com. You'll see all the wonderful things going out there. One of those things that we're required to do in order to start that process, besides doing an RFP that we'll be doing soon, is to take a vote on some bonds that are issued through our good partner in the Industrial Authority. Those bonds that we are choosing are up to, that's an up to amount, up to $20 million over 20 years for the construction of various projects at the airport. So this time I entertain a motion for approval of that. Motion by Commissioner Bronson. We have a second by Commissioner Wynn. Commissioner Watkins, you have a question, sir?
My item is, come back to me after we voted.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries and be sent to consent agenda. That does conclude the items on the agenda, but Commissioner Watkins, you got something that you need to discuss, sir?
So, before we went into executive session, we rapidly approved 2 plaques, and I just was hoping for a little background on those individuals.
I think both of those, all the information should be attached in your exhibit, sir.
I'm sorry, y'all was sending stuff out like at 4 o'clock today, so.
We sent it out last Friday, sir, and you received it, and you should have read it before voting on it today, is all I got to say. So at this time, this meeting is hereby adjourned. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for our regularly scheduled meeting. No, sir.